Hello, fighters, survivors, and thrivers. Welcome to the Cancer Show. It is Superhero Saturday. And do I have a superhero to share with you? Okay, so first of all, I just like to bring it to your attention that I am all red, white, and blue today. You see, all American. I even have stars and stripes on my leggings. Down the side. So, yeah. I'm just like red, white, and blue. All American today. Hello. Thank you so much. Barbell. Am I saying that right? Barbell. It's a beautiful name. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so Superhero Saturday. Why do I do this on a weekly basis, and why do I think it's super important? Well, it starts with that 4-letter word. Hope. H-O-P-E. When we are first diagnosed, especially in the very beginning, we need, want, and must have hope. Okay, I think that means I'm saying it correctly. If not, hi Gail, welcome. If I'm not saying your name right, Barbell, then please phonetically put it down in the comments below so I can pronounce it correctly, because a name is very important. So I always try to get names right. Okay, so yes, hope. We have to have hope. Hope is essential. So when I got diagnosed, I started Googling people that had survived my kind of cancer, which was stage 3 colorectal cancer. And I was talking to one of my friends. This is the very, very beginning. Actually, this was when I was telling people. Okay, and yes, you are in Germany. Yay! Welcome, Germany. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, for joining us, because we are a community. Yes, we are. So I told my friends in groups. First, I waited a little bit. I had to digest what was happening, that I did have cancer and I had to go through treatment. And then I told my family, my best friend and my family first, and then my groups of friends, my closest friends. And when I told one of my, hi Sunshine Lakes, welcome. I told one of my friends, that I had stage 3 colorectal cancer, and her response was, and I know she didn't mean it, she's like, isn't that what Farrah Fawcett had? And I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, don't bring up people that didn't make it. I don't want to hear about the people that didn't make it, okay? I want to hear about the people that survived it. So I went through lists and lists. I watched videos of people that survived it, like Lance Armstrong and oh my gosh, there's just so many. There's too many. You can just look up and just read stories of countless people who were told that they weren't going to make it, and they did make it. And even my own sister was given 2 months, and she lived, even though a compromised life, many, many, many years after that 2 months. So hope. We have to invest in hope. We have to believe in hope, and we have to embrace hope, step into it, and become hope. Okay, so H-O-P-E, hope. That's one of the reasons why I do it. And the other reason why I do Superhero Saturday is because I believe we're all superheroes, okay? If we're going through treatment, we're superheroes. If we survived, we're superheroes. If we are thriving, we're superheroes. Anybody who has experienced cancer on any level, to me, is a superhero. And especially those who earn their wings way too early. Those are our heavenly superheroes, and those are the ones who guide us and look over us, and who help us when in need. When I was in a situation, I'd reach out to God, and I reach out to people that I had known who had passed, and from cancer, and say, please, help me, support me, guide me, lift me up. It's really, really important. Just ask and you shall receive. So that's why I love doing Superhero Saturday. And this is I find a website and then I'm like obsessed. And right now I'm obsessed with this website, which I will put a link on below. This is livingwithcancer.com, and they have all kinds of stories. They have lots and lots of stories. So between having people on the show, like Nancy Salazar, which we had on a couple weeks ago, she had an amazing story. If you did not watch it, please go back a couple Saturdays and watch it. And coming to this website, and if I see something else, I want to share it with you, because when you're in treatment, you don't have time to look around for all this stuff. So let me look around and bring it to you so you can just come here and just go through and, listen and watch whatever you feel like. If you want a tip, if you want to feel like laughing, like, super fun Friday, that's, forget about it Friday, like forget about the fact that you have, this challenge in front of you that you're going to conquer, or whatever it may be. So, I just want to bring all this information, inspiration, and insight to one place for you. I'm doing what I did for myself, what helped me, because I would ask other people, okay, so what did you do for this, right? You learn from other people, what they're going through. Often when you're asking your doctor some questions, of course, all medical questions go to your doctor, but the other part of it, the doctors, unless they've gone through cancer, do not understand. And even people that are like psychologists or therapists, and I'm not saying that they can't understand, but they can't really understand because they haven't been through it. You have to have gone through it. You can't say, oh yeah, I know what you mean, if you've never gone through it. You have to understand the feeling of facing death, like for real. Not just like visualizing that. You have to understand the feeling of not knowing what your scans will say. You have to understand the feeling of severe side effects. You have to understand the feeling of people deserting you during treatment. These are all things you can only understand if you've been through it. So for example, I did not have breast cancer. As I said, I had colon cancer, so I didn't lose my hair. Yes, it thinned out a little bit, but I don't really know what it feels like to have to shave your head. I can only imagine. But I'm an empath, so I can support somebody through that, and I get a part of it because it's both cancer, it's, two cancers, but still, I don't really know how that person feels. And some people, I encourage people to make it a celebration, but that may not work for somebody. Maybe they just want to do it quiet and simple and just like get it over with and move forward. Whatever works for that person. Don't listen to anybody who tells you should do it like this. I try to make these suggestions, and if they work for you, then fantastic. Oh, Sunshine Lakes is going, good night. Good night, Sunshine Lakes. Going to bed. Okay, have a good sleep. If it doesn't work for you, then don't do it. This is about you. For the one time in your life, this is about you. All about you. Your cancer is about you because you have to get yourself better. Okay, let's move on to our superhero Saturday superstar, Fred's story, Making Cancer the Punchline. Living with cancer since 1991. Wow. Fred makes people laugh for a living, but this wasn't always so. Years ago, at the age of 28, Fred was a journalist for a small paper in Connecticut. At that time, he decided to quit his job, move to California, and follow his dream of becoming a stand-up comic. The reason? Cancer. Testicular cancer. Okay, so that's kind of interesting that was the one thing that pushed him to do what he really wanted to do, okay? What he really wanted to do was be a stand-up. Oh, you're watching. I thought you were saying goodnight. Yeah, you're watching. Welcome back. Or no, you didn't leave. So just welcome again. So this is something that cancer does for us, which is awesome, is that it makes us go, who are we? Who am I? What do I want? Who are my closest friends? What do I want to do when this is done? Like, it motivates you. It motivates you in a lot of ways, if you allow it to motivate you. So Fred was working as a journalist and said, you know what? I want to be a comedian. I'm going to go to California because California is the place where dreams come true, and sometimes they don't, but you have the opportunity. It's a big dream place. Almost everybody here, and I live here in Los Angeles, is is full of dreams. And I also came here to fulfill my dreams, and my dreams have been fulfilled in many different ways. They've manifested, and right now my dream is honestly to help you, to serve you, and to support you. So definitely my dream is coming true, and of course to live. That was my dream. My dream was to live. Thank you, Jesus. It came true. Okay, so Cancer is a catalyst. You have a pilot light of talent and spirit. This is what Fred says. And you have to decide what to do with it. 100%. You can blow that pilot light out and be grouchy and depressed. And you get those moments. Of course you get those moments. You get those days. But if you decide to allow that pilot light to light up all these other things in your soul, your desires, your wants, like your bucket list. Your bucket list can come at any time. You don't have to wait till you're older. Check off that bucket list. Like once you're going through cancer, you start thinking about all these things that you want to do. And so that's what he's talking about. Don't blow out your pilot light for sure. Okay, so Fred began his lifelong journey as a comedian, writer, and cancer veteran. After several years on the comedy circuit, he developed quite the stage presence, becoming what he refers to as an insult comic. An insult comic. Oh, yeah. As long as you take insults well, he's probably funny. If not, not so funny. But after many years of touring, he felt that something was missing from his approach to humor. I just wasn't finding the soul in it. Cancer as catalyst. Part 2. In 2011, almost 30 years after his initial diagnosis, Fred received a second great shock. His testicular cancer had returned, and it had metastasized to his lymph nodes. Those doggone lymph nodes. They're even hard to say. After enduring more than 4 months of chemotherapy and finally surgery, Fred did what comes naturally to him. He began trying to make sense of the experiencing by finding ways to laugh at it. I clawed and I struggled. I cried and I fought for this life. I have something to share. So there's a video that I'm going to post below when we're done, and I watched this video and I definitely was emotional about it. He's basically saying he's going to take this and he's going to turn it into something that will serve. So, underneath his photo, it says, Fred makes cancer his punchline. So here he is 30 years later, and he's like, what is going on? What is going on? And he fought for this life, and I have something to share. So he's sharing his humor. And every single one of us, we have divinity within. We are divine. Everybody has a special talent. It's shocking. It's like the woman at church who gets up. She's fairly quiet, never really talk to her or anything, and then she gets up on stage and this glorious voice comes flowing, booming from her mouth. And I'm like, wow, I would have never known. So we have these talents. We have hidden talents. I know you have talents. So, embrace that talent, whether it's baking or knitting or, racing or whatever it is, your talent is there. Cancer will help you if you allow it. It will help you to fine-tune your talent if you so desire. While in recovery, Fred began working on new comedy material, looking at this difficult experience and finding the humor in it. PET scans, chemotherapy, HMOs, it was all fair game. If you can laugh, then you're bigger than the situation. Fred found that not only was laughter cathartic, but it also helped him take control of a stressful situation. It was a way to not let cancer define him and to keep the part of his identity that's most important to him, which is the comic inside. So, yes, and yes, and yes. So we are not cancer. We are people that have cancer. So We cannot, like, this is just one thing. You can take any challenge. Take out the word cancer and put it in any challenge. You know, you put it in addiction, or you can put obsessions, or you can put anything you want that you see as a challenge. It's the same thing that you have to overcome. All right. It doesn't have to, it's just cancer is one of those things. You know, it could be something medical, it could be something emotional, depression, and it could be something physical. It could be like a stutter, whatever it is. Of course, one is more serious than another, but there's still a challenge. And the process of working with it, the strategy of working with it is very, very similar. So it says it helps him take control of a situation and makes it feel like he's in control. So when you're making fun of the cancer, instead of allowing the cancer, like, diminishing you, you're kind of like, putting it in a lighter, in a lighter view. So for me, with colorectal cancer, you can only imagine the number of jokes that my friends and I came up with, like, oh, this cancer is a real pain in the beep, or whatever it was. It was rectal cancer. So there were many things for us to say, and we did, and it was funny, and we laughed. And my friend and I have this joke, because I was losing a ton of weight when I didn't know I had cancer, and she's like, oh, you look so good, Allison, how are you doing that? I'm like, I don't know, this is so awesome. I'm just losing weight, I'm not having to do anything. I'm like, super, super skinny, and yeah, I got way more skinny after that. But at that point, we just thought this was fabulous. So her name is Kim, and we found out later that that I had cancer. And now whenever we see each other, we're like, yeah, not a good diet. That's not a good diet. Not a good way to lose weight. That's not awesome. It was not awesome. So that, that's one of our jokes, or, whatever. It's whatever you can take and you can make fun of it. It kind of like, takes the power out of the situation and makes it a little bit lighter for you and for the people around you, especially like comic relief. That's what he's doing, is comic relief. Okay, Fred, what you have to let define you is the spirit that you got through the battle. That's the thing that cancer can't touch. Yeah, it can't touch a lot of things, and your spirit is one of them. Your spirit is yours. So love your spirit, talk to your spirit, embrace your spirit. Befriend your spirit and allow it to carry you. Allow it to lift you up. Allow it to help you shine. Allow you to laugh and to love and to cry. Yes, of course, that too. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. So that spirit is there for you. Spirit, think about it. Spirit is light. Spirit is energy. Spirit is clarity, and that spirit is in you and it's shining for you. So allow it to shine. Connect with your spirit, your soul. Connect and let it shine. And people can see that. People would see me that didn't know that I had cancer, and I was going through treatment, and I was like not in the best shape, and they'd be like, you look so good. And I would say, I go, oh, it's cancer therapy. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's cancer. What? I'm like, I have cancer. And then I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to mess with you, but yeah, I do have cancer. I'm like, I don't know why. I didn't feel like I looked good. I felt like I looked like the elephant woman, but I was very thin. I look back on those pictures, but I don't know. You don't know what other people say, but they definitely didn't see me as somebody who's going through cancer. So I would, tease them about that. Yeah, I'm like, it's cancer treatment. Yeah, that's why. You just never know. Maybe on their side they're seeing something different than you're seeing as well, because you're going through it. You're in pain. You're looking at yourself daily. You're seeing your side effects. And especially like when I would get a cold sore. Oh, cold sore is so bad. I didn't just get them on my lips. I got them like on my body, and my corners would crack. my skin was so dry, and I actually have a list of all my side effects, the really bad ones, and I have to find that list and share it with you because there was a long list. I decided one day I'm just like, I'm going to write down all my side effects so that when I'm healthy again, I'm going to look back and go, oh, thank God, thank God I don't have those side effects. So yeah, let your spirit shine. Please just let it shine. Even in the darkness, especially in the darkness, let it shine. Okay. If you do it right, Fred says, you're powered by the love of other people around you. It gives you a strength you'd never have found by yourself. Oh, that's so true. So I had an amazing support system, and they definitely carried me through. I mean, they were so dedicated and committed to me. Like, I had friends that would, one friend, she texted me, called me, or emailed me every single day through my treatment, every single day. They had people, bringing food, helping with the kids. I mean, I was blessed, truly blessed. But I had a big group of friends and a big community, and I'm also like a big volunteer person. So I did a lot within the community. So when you're doing things like that, you know a lot of people. And when somebody when somebody gets cancer in your community and you know that person, it's like everybody goes, whoa, like if she can get it, especially me, because I'm pretty like happy all the time and my energy is very high and I'm loud and I like to have fun. So like, what? She got it, and then she got colorectal cancer on top of that. Like, you're kidding me. So I think people goes, well, and then their first thing is, how can I help? I'm the same way. How can I help? I want to help. And I think it deflects all of those thoughts in their head, and also because they truly want to help. So those people, allow your support group to carry you through. And if you do not have a support group, please message me. We will find you one. We will get you one, and we will set you up. There's so many wonderful nonprofits. Nobody needs to go through cancer alone. And if you need help with that, I am more than happy to help you find a support team. Okay. Okay. Now esophageal cancer. In 2016, this is the third time, Fred learned that he had cancer for a third time. This time, esophageal cancer. But being a veteran, he knew just what to do. He gathered up all of his determination and brought it to the fight. That year, he underwent 2 rounds of chemotherapy and a difficult surgery, but never lost his power to laugh or bring laughter to others. These days, Fred brings his unquenchable energy directly to cancer patients through his series of Fred Talks. We got to check that out. Fred Talks. He does them at hospitals and chemotherapy centers. God bless him. His words, stories, and insights help people laugh and inspire them to find strength, courage, and a shared sense of purpose in the battles they face. Oh my goodness, that is just amazing. So he goes around and he makes people laugh. So how awesome is that? Many people will take their talent or their skill set after cancer and they will apply it to helping others going through that. I mean, I love these athletes, the ones that like are genuine and they go into the hospitals. I know they don't have cancer, but like what they do for those children, just like, I sob. I just like sob. And those of course are my favorite athletes. But yeah, so he's taking this and his talent, his comic talent, his ability to make people laugh, and he's going in and he's lifting up people. It's like this man, when I first was at one chemo center and then I moved to a different chemo center, but in the first one, this man, he would play the guitar for us while we were having chemo. He was having chemo too, but he would like stand up at this pole and he would like play the guitar. It's like making us feel better. And when you're helping other people, it helps you feel better. Giving is the gift you give yourself. Again, giving is the gift you give yourself. Now, for those of you, and I know people like this, that just want it to be done and over with, and they don't want to, oh, Tracy, thank you. Thank you. That makes me feel so good. But, I'm so glad to hear that. it's really a blessing. It's a blessing for me. You give more to me. Like, when just reading that, like, makes me like well up, and it's, it's such an honor to serve. So thank you for saying that. I do appreciate that. Skill set. So yeah, take your skill set and oh no, for the people that just don't want to talk about it anymore, I respect that and I don't say anything. But I totally believe in post-traumatic stress disorder from cancer. You finish cancer and it's like, now what? So that's a whole other thing I'm going to be teaching later, or sharing with you about how to deal with that, because there's so many things that, like, okay, you're good. Okay, you can go. Yeah. Whoa. I mean, that's intense. You've been in a battle. It's a battle. And now you're finished. It's like, well, I don't want to really compare it to like our soldiers coming back, but it's different, but it's the same, It's like, it's a battle. It's terrifying. And when you survive it and you come back here, Tracy, I'm sure both of your children can attest to what that must feel like. I don't know if they've had to go over and be on the front lines, but it's not easy. So if you have a skill and you can give it back, even if you can go and like serve cookies and drinks during when other people are having treatment, or just being part of a nonprofit, or just doing something simple. It doesn't have to be with cancer either. If you don't want to talk about it, if you don't want to be around it, that's fine. Like, just do something where you're giving and making other people feel better, and in turn you will feel so much better yourself. Okay, Fred, I'm still staying true to what I believe in, and I actually believe it saved my life. The fact is, I know I've made a difference, and I'm happy. Yes, Fred, you made a difference, and we're happy that you're happy, and we got to check out those Fred Talks. Now, in the video, I would just want to wrap up here with his last couple. They break it down for you, so it's a very good site. They break down the whole conversation, or all of the transcript of what's said in the video. But he says, I always tell people, I say, I've been given the chance to play the role of a lifetime, and it turned out to be me. That's what I think. Wow, look at that. Role of a lifetime. Me. And I got something to say. I matter. And it's bigger than me. And I could be the hero for other people and myself that I always admired. I could be that guy. Oh, gosh, I just can't. You are that guy. And you are the hero. And you do inspire us. And we do have admiration for you. And it is bigger than you. And look what you did with it. Look what you did with it. I mean, it's a role of a lifetime. I've got something to say. I matter. You matter. All of you, you matter. Please know that you matter. And know that you did not get cancer for any other reason than you got cancer. I call us the lucky ones. I call us the lucky ones, because when you get through this, you work out all that stuff, all that emotional stuff. If you choose, it is a beautiful. Wake up every morning. Thank you, God. Thank you for my children. Thank you for my life. Oh, thank you for my puppies. Oh, my dog, my cats, my little zoo. Thank you for all my many blessings. Thank you for my friends, my family, all those who lift me up. And thank you for you. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful. It's called a backwards blessing, but going through cancer definitely has, I've always been around it, but this is what my plan was originally. My sister had leukemia, okay? And she relapsed and she got it again. And she was never the same after that. So my goal was, I was in dancing, acting, modeling, that whole thing. Came here. I won a scholarship. I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. I graduated in the same class as Paul Rudd. I only say that because I know a lot of people know Paul Rudd, and Paul Rudd is a great guy. my goal was I was going to start a nonprofit for children with leukemia. That was my goal in my sister's honor, when she was still here, and we were going to like do that together, but that didn't happen. So, and then I got cancer, and I'm like, whoa. Okay. The message is clear. I got it. I got it, God. I got it. I got the message. It's crystal clear. I need to give back. I'm here to give back. That's what my job is. That is my mission. That is my passion. So, I don't think it could be any more clear. Fred got it 3 times. He's like, okay, what am I going to do with it? A lot of people, like, you get it, go, okay, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? And so for me, I just call it a backwards blessing. And I will. I mean, I'm going to definitely do something with children in leukemia as soon as we grow, and I have an organization that I'm developing right now, and with that organization, we will give donations to different cancers for treatment, for help. So that's something else. But I tell you, every day is just a blessing. I'm not saying there's not challenges throughout the day. There are, but I look at them differently. I look at them really differently, especially when somebody's complaining about something that's irrelevant. It's like just not irrelevant, and I make them aware of that. I mean, I try to do it. I do it in a nice way. I do, but I say it with a smile, and like, that's not really that big of a problem, is it? Like, that's not really that big of a problem. And then, like, depends how they respond to me. I'm like, yeah, it's not like having cancer. And then if you say cancer, people have a huge reaction to the word cancer. I don't know if you've noticed yet. The same reaction that we had when we heard it. Yes. Anyways, okay. So tomorrow, I'm doing my event, onboarding for those who are newly diagnosed with cancer. So if you're newly diagnosed, it's at 1 p.m. Tracy joined me last week, and it went really well. I had a wonderful time. So if you're new, or if you're in the middle of it, or even even if you just come, and we we connect, and we support one another, and we ask questions, and we discuss, and it's awesome. So that's 1 p.m. Pacific. Now it's PDT. So I think it's Pacific daytime, or I don't know what the D is. Daylight savings time. Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, okay, so thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please message me. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed to be here with you, and I just want to thank all of you for watching. I will post the links below for you to check out. I'm going to find TED Talks, Fred Talks as well. Not TED Talks, but TED Talks are wonderful. Fred Talks, and then, you can just click on that and you can see more. All right, and if you know of a superhero, somebody that you admire that's going through it or in it, or if you yourself want to share your story, please message me. I'm more than happy to bring you on camera, and we can share a story with everybody else. Or if you want to nominate somebody else, I want the more support that we can give people going through cancer, the better. The more nonprofits, the better. The more success stories, the better. HOPE, the more hope, the better. Okay. And we're just going to crush it with love. We're just crush cancer with love. We're just going to, one day, we're going to be able to take an Advil, and the cancer will just go away. Take a Tylenol, the cancer just go away. It's like, oh, cancer, I got cancer, I'll take a Tylenol, right? That's the goal. Or maybe we won't have to take anything at all. Maybe people will be like, oh, what is that? What was that? Whew. That'd be huge. All right, daily mantra, please. I am healthy. I am happy. I am whole. I am healthy. Say it with me, please. I am happy. I am whole. Even if you're not, fake it till you make it. I am healthy. I am happy. I am whole. Thanks again. The thriving starts now.